Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of biology, concluding part of our topic on supporting tissues. And today we're looking at movement in joints, most especially muscles. Okay, looking at movement in joints, and then we'll look at what muscles. Okay, muscles. All right, do not forget that these episodes are brought to you by the O3 Schools application for JAMB and WAEC. And if you're preparing for any O-level examination, all right, that's your best choice. That's your first choice and your best choice if you want to pass your exam at once, all right? So, of course, you can choose not to pass at once, all right? It's your choice. But if you want to pass at once, please choose O3 Schools. Check our testimonies on our channel, on our YouTube channel. Of course, you'll be amazed at how people's life have been transformed with their testimonies. Now, let us see a JAMB past question from the app before we talk about the application. This is a 1995 question. 1995 question number 19. All right. It says that during the bending of the arm, the bicep muscles, A says contracts. During the bending of the arm, the bicep muscles contracts and the tricep muscles relaxes. B says relaxes and the tricep muscles contracts. C says contracts and the tricep muscles contract. D says relaxes and the tricep muscles relaxes. Okay, like all this kind of question, if you do not know it, you do not know it. There's no need stressing yourself, right? But of course, at the end of the class, you'll be able to understand it perfectly well. That is why you are supposed to stick to the end of the class. We are going to answer this question and many more at the end of the class. All right, so please ensure you get the application. All right, the O3 Schools app has everything you need to succeed in your exam. All the past questions for all the subjects are in the application for both the JAMB and the WAEC applications. Likewise, there are so many other wonderful features like the classroom feature. The classroom feature has lecture notes structured according to the JAMB or the WAEC syllabus for you. All right, that means you do not need to go and carry textbooks up and down. All you need requirements for you to also succeed in your exam is on the application in the classroom feature. All right. Also, in that classroom feature, there's a study plan. You can create a study plan, and then all what will happen is that the app itself will create a study schedule for you, to create a timetable for you. It will crash your syllabus and create a schedule for you to follow so that you can finish your syllabus in time. What more would you want from an application? Likewise, there's also the question search feature. You can search for questions according to topics, just like the one we search now. Okay, we just search for muscles. Just went to the app, click on question search, click on the subject. Any subject, it works for any subject. Click on biology, search for muscles. All the questions that came under muscle from JAMB past question came out immediately, and then we'll answer them. All right, some of them are going to answer them in this class. Some of them, but we cannot exhaust all of them. There's so many. All right. Then likewise, there's a mock challenge on the app every Saturday. In that mock challenge, all students come together to compete with each other and to win amazing prizes. But the reason why we conducted that challenge is not for the prizes alone. All right. It's for you to gauge how prepared you are per time. Okay. So because after every mock challenge, your result will be released. So if you score 200 this first time, the next time you participate in challenge, you score 230. The next one is score 270. You know that what your preparation is having is into full gear and you are progressing. But if you score the first challenge, you score 192, the next one is score 180, the next one is score 200, the next one is score 170. You know that I need to sit up. So it helps you to gauge your progress of preparation, which is something very, 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 very amazing. Okay, and so of course in the app, in the mock challenge, you get used to JAMB past question, JAMB likely exam question. You familiarize yourself with how examiners think and set questions, and so many more. All right, so many other features, as you can see, that I cannot talk about because of time. All right, so please ensure you download the application immediately. Activate it. Activation fee is less than the price of rice and chicken in a good restaurant. All right, so please check the app. Okay, just click on activate. Then at the top, you find where they wrote buy activation key. Then click on buy transfer. You see the exact amount for activation. That is the correct one. The one you see on the app is the correct activation fee. Okay, make your payment to O3 Schools. Okay, and of course, you are good to go. You can message this phone number if you need the application on your laptop. All right, so now let us look at movement in joints. Okay, now it is important to know that movement in joints is brought about by the muscles. Is brought about by the muscles attached to it. Okay, Now, we know very well, okay, that if you see the skeleton, okay, you will see different part of the skeleton, all right, and then you see joints at different parts. Those joints, they will not move, okay, without muscles attached to them. That's why we say that movement in joints is brought about by the muscles attached to them, okay, by the muscles attached to the bones. That's what leads to the movement in those joints, okay. So there's a joint here now. It will not move without the muscles that are attached to this joint, okay. It no go move. You no get wetin you want tell am. It no go move except the muscles attached to the joint causes to move. All right. Now, and muscles are attached to bones. Muscles, they are attached to bones, okay, by very strong tissues, that we call tendons. Okay, please take note of that. The muscles are attached to bones by very strong tissues known as tendon. And most times, a pair of muscles or even more is what usually brings about that movement in joints. Okay, a pair of muscles or more is what brings about the movement in joints. Okay, just only one muscle cannot bring movement in joints. So a pair of muscles or even more sometimes is what brings about this movement. Okay, this movement in joints, and it works in an opposing or antagonizing manner. Okay, it works in an opposing or antagonistic manner. Okay, it works in an opposing or antagonistic manner. It works in an opposing or antagonistic manner. Now, I will explain to you, for example, with an example. Now, if I bend my knee, if I bend my elbow, rather, right? If I bend my elbow, this is not my knee, oh God, it's my elbow. If I bend my elbow, what do you notice? You notice here that the biceps, okay, will contract, okay? This is called the biceps, okay? Bicep. Okay, the biceps will contract if I bend my elbow. All right. Now, as I'm bending my elbow, there's another part that's called the triceps. Okay, this triceps, okay, is found here. Okay, let me raise my cloth up. All right. So this is where you see the triceps. Okay. So what happens to the triceps when I bend my elbow? You see that the tricep will relax. It will. I don't know if you've seen it. Here relaxes. Okay, so triceps will relax when I bend my elbow. Okay, so when I bend my elbow, biceps will contract. You see my muscle, right? Okay, so biceps will contract when I bend my elbow. Why? Triceps will relax. Okay, but when this tricep contracts, look at it now. Look at my tricep now. Is it the same thing as now? Look at the way it was before. It relaxed before. Now that I've contracted it now. Look at it now. You can see it's different, right? Here's the tricep. Now it is different. All right. Now that it is different, that it has contracted. When the triceps now contract, what do you notice to the elbow? What do you notice in the elbow? Is the elbow still bent? No. Okay, so the elbow straightens out. All right. So when tricep contracts, elbow need to straighten out. Okay. So normal sense, we say as elbow. Okay, as the elbow is bent, okay, this tricep should contract. It does not contract. All right. So what happens is that it is the bicep that actually contracts. The triceps, okay, will relax. All right. But when the elbow is straightened out, the bicep now will relax. Okay, while the triceps will now contract. That's the difference we're seeing here. So that's why I'm saying it works in an opposing or antagonistic manner. All right. So when the elbow is bent, okay, the biceps will contract, while the triceps will relax. Okay, but when the elbow is straightened out, the tricep will contract, and then the bicep will now relax. Now the muscle that causes a limb, to bend, just like the biceps. Okay, that causes a limb to bend just like the biceps is called the flexor. Please take note of that. Flexor. Okay, it's called the flexor. All right. Why the muscle that causes the triceps, okay, to straighten out? Okay, that one is called the extensor. Okay, so the flexor causes the bicep to bend. Okay, while the extensor, okay, causes the tricep to straighten out. Okay, so please take note of that also. So now let us quickly look at the structure of the muscle. Okay, structure of the muscle. It is important to know that each muscle is wrapped in a sheet of dense, irregular connective tissue known as epimysium. Okay, let us look at that. All right, each muscle is wrapped in a sheet of dense, irregular connective tissue. Is wrapped, each muscle is wrapped in a sheet of dense, irregular connective tissue called the epimysium. Okay, and this epimysium allows the muscle to contract. It allows the muscles to contract, okay, and move powerfully while maintaining its structural integrity. Okay, so each muscle is wrapped in a sheet of dense, irregular connective tissue called the epimysium, and this epimysium allows the muscle to contract. Okay, to contract and allows it to move powerfully while maintaining its structural integrity. The same epimysium, okay, this epimysium also separates. What it does is also to separate. It separates muscles. Separate muscles from other tissues and organs, from other organs and tissue in the area. Okay, while allowing the muscle to move independently, to move more independently. This is the function of the epimysium. All right. So this irregular connective tissue called the epimysium, okay, like we have said, allows the muscle to contract, okay, while moving powerfully and allow it to maintain its structural integrity. Also, it also helps to separate the muscles from the organs and tissues in that area, while allowing the muscle to move independently. Now, the plasma membrane of muscle fiber, the plasma membrane of muscle fiber is known as sarcolemma. Okay, the plasma membrane of muscle fiber is known as sarcolemma, while the cytoplasm of muscle fiber, okay, is known as sarcoplasma. All right, so please take note of that. The plasma membrane of muscle fiber is known as sarcolemma, while the cytoplasm of muscle fiber is known as the sarcoplasma. All right, now there are three types of muscles. We are going to look at quickly, and then we are done with this class for today. Right, so please, we have discovered that many of you do not support us. Okay, it's like you have said, in our family we know they like make people grow, we know they like calm. Okay, please, it's very bad. All right, please like this video, like it. All right, as you're watching now, pause it and like it. That hand that looks like it, finish. It will not move anything from your body. All right, also do not forget to subscribe. Subscription to this channel is free. To this channel is free, not the app. To this channel is free. We are not paying anybody to watch these videos or to learn from us. Completely free, sponsored by O3 Schools. All right, so please click on the subscribe button if you have not subscribed before. If this is your first time, subscribe to the channel. And what's more, most of you don't share our link to your friends. All right, you don't tell your friends about what our app. You don't tell your friends about our channel, our videos, and how we have been helping people succeed. Okay, it's very, very bad. Right, so please, that common liking this video will make this video easily get seen by other students, so that you easily be recommended to them. Please click on the like button. Click on the like button. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes. All right, thank you so very much as you do that. So there are 3 types of muscle we have. Number 1, we have what? The striated. Okay, this striated is also called what? The striped. Okay, it's also called voluntary muscle. It's also called what? Apart from voluntary muscle, it's also called stripped muscle, voluntary muscle. What is the third name for striated muscle? Stripped, voluntary, and okay, if I remember, once I remember, I will write that down. Okay, then number 2, we also have what? The one we call the what? The unstriated. Unstriated. Okay, this unstriated is also called the unstriped. Okay, it's also called the involuntary. It's also called visceral. All right, and of course, it's also called smooth. Okay, it's also called what? Smooth muscle. All right, please take note of that. All right, so striated is called stripped. It's called voluntary. It's also called skeletal what muscle, because it is attached to the skeleton. That is why they are calling it skeletal. It is attached to the skeleton. All right, and of course, unstriated, unstriped, involuntary, cardiac, involuntary, visceral, and smooth. The third type is the cardiac muscle. All right, this cardiac muscle is also called the myocardium. Okay, myocardium. All right, it's also called the heart muscle. The heart muscles. Okay, please take note of that. So we have 3 types of muscle. The one we call the striated. So sometimes you see striped. Okay, you see striped and unstriped. Okay, and cardiac. Okay, you can see striped, unstriped, or cardiac. But these are their real names. Striated means striped. It means voluntary. It means skeletal. Unstriated means unstriped. Involuntary, visceral, smooth. Cardiac muscle means another name for it is what's myocardium and what? The heart muscle. So let us begin with the striated what muscle. The striped, the one that's what? Voluntary. Okay, it is under the individual's will. Okay, and I go decide what you the muscle waiting no good. Okay, so let us look at what? Striated. Okay, we have seen what the names. Let us see the structure of what? Striated what muscle. Okay, striated muscle is what? Is long. Okay, it is long. Okay, it is cylindrical. Okay, and it is an unbranched. It has an unbranched fiber. Okay, so the striated muscle is long. It's cylindrical, and it has an unbranched what? Fiber. Where is it located? It is what? Attached to the skeleton. Okay, the striated muscle is attached to the skeleton. Okay, and of course the tissue is striated. Okay, sorry, striated. And by striated, it means we have what? Alternate what? Dark and light what? Bands. Okay, we have what? Light and dark what? We have alternate lights and dark cross bands. Okay, so by striated means what? It has alternate what? Light and dark cross bands. Light and dark what? Cross bands. And the location, like I said, it is what? Location. It is attached to the skeleton. All right. The striated muscle is attached to the skeleton. And what are the purposes? What are the purpose of what of this what striated muscle? Okay, number one, it helps us what for movement and locomotion. Know that we say that all the different there's a difference between movement and locomotion. All right. So when you are changing your position from one place to another, that is what locomotion. All right, but you are moving what one part of your body. All right, like swinging of your hand now. All right, that is the one we call what movement. Okay, so now it helps what in movement and what let me say uses or function rather. Function number one, it helps in what in movement and locomotion. All right, and then number two, it helps to hold the skeleton together. The striated muscle helps. Number two, it helps to hold the skeleton together. All right, and then number three, it also helps to maintain posture. Number three, it helps to maintain posture. Okay, and also it stabilizes bones and joints. Okay, it stabilizes. Number four now, it stabilizes bones and joints. Okay, and then number five, which is very important, it is under the individual's will. Okay, that means it is what now? It is voluntary. Okay, it is voluntary. All right, so you are the one that decides. You want to decide whether you want to use this muscle or not. Okay, so striated muscle structure is long, cylindrical. It has an unbranched fiber, and then the tissue is striated. That's alternately light and dark cross bands, and they will say it is located in the skeleton. It is attached to the skeleton. Then the function, we say it helps in movement and locomotion. It says it helps to hold the skeleton together. It helps to maintain posture. It stabilizes bones and joints. And then number five, it is under the individual's will. That means that it is voluntary. Now that will take us to the second type of muscle, which is the unstriated rather. Okay, just look at the striated. That is the involuntary muscles. The one we call smooth muscles. The one we call visceral muscles. Okay, that is the unstriated. They all have their importance. Okay, so let us look at the unstriated. Okay, it's called unstriped. All right, it's called smooth. Okay, it's called visceral. It's called involuntary. All right, so these are all the names you can call the unstriated muscle. Okay, and of course, what is the structure? All right, this one is not cylindrical. Okay, like the striated. This one has a spindle shaped. Shaped. It has spindle shape. Okay, with pointed ends. With pointed ends. Okay, it has a spindle shape with with pointed ends. Okay, and unlike the striated, all right, it is it has non-straightened muscle fibers. All right, the unstriated has non-straightened muscle fibers. Also, it does not have any light or dark cross bands. Okay, so there's no light or dark bands present for the unstriated muscle. No light or dark bands present for the unstriated muscle. Also, aside from that, like I said, there's they do not have straightened muscles. They have non-straightened muscles. Okay, they have non-straightened muscle fibers. Okay, so they are not like the striated. Okay, they have non-straightened muscle fibers. They do not have any light or dark bands present. They are spindle shaped with pointed ends. Okay, but where can we find them? Okay, we usually find them at the walls of organs. Okay, or blood vessels. Okay, like you can find them in our esophagus or lungs. Okay, you also find them at the walls of organs and blood vessels. Okay, we can find it in the esophagus. Okay, can find the unstriated muscles in the lungs. Okay, in the lungs, but they have very important. They have very good importance. Okay, like number one, all right, they help to produce peristaltic contractions. Number one, they help to produce peristaltic contractions in the wall of the alimentary canal. All right, they help to produce peristaltic contractions in the wall of the alimentary canal. And you know what peristalsis is, isn't it? Okay, we'll discuss about this. We want to talk about the digestive system. Okay, it's a wave-like what kind of movement that help to push food downward or push substances down the alimentary canal. So this what unstriated muscles is very important. Okay, so they help to produce peristaltic contractions in the wall of the alimentary canal to push substances down the alimentary canal. Then number two, they form sphincter for the opening. They form sphincter for the opening and closing of apertures. Okay, tubes and cavities. Okay, they form sphincter for the opening and closing of apertures, for the opening and closing of tubes and cavities. Okay, but the last one, which is very important also, is that they are involuntary. Okay, they are involuntary. Okay, all right, so that is the third and final function. Okay, now let's quickly now go to the last one, which is the cardiac muscle. The cardiac muscle. Because of time, let us run. Let's talk about what the cardiac muscle. The cardiac muscle is also called the myocardium. It's also called the heart muscle. It's also called the heart muscle. But before we do that, please ensure you like the video, ensure you are subscribed, ensure you are sharing the link of our video. All right. And of course, download the O3 Schools app if you want to pass your exam at once. All right. It's a choice for you to succeed. And in fact, you do not have any choice. You must succeed at once. Okay. Get the app, activate it, start using it fully well. You will give your testimony. Now, let us go to the last one, which is now called the cardiac muscle. Okay. Like I've said, it's also known as myocardium or the heart muscles. That means that the location will be in the heart, Abi? I mean, the cardiac muscle is it is located in the heart, all right? And of course, it has a branched tissue. The cardiac muscle has a branched tissue, and of course, it forms interconnecting network. All right, and like I've said, it's located in the in the heart. It's located in the heart. What are the functions? It helps to pump blood. Okay, number one, it helps in pumping blood. It helps in pumping blood from the heart to the blood vessels. Okay, it also helps in the pulsating movement of the heart. Number two, it helps in the pulsating movement of the heart. Okay, number one, it helps in pumping blood from the heart to the blood vessels. Number two, it helps in the pulsating movement of the heart. Then number three, one important thing you should know about cardiac muscles is that they work 247. Okay, cardiac muscles work 247. They never stop. They never get tired. All right. So if they stop, it means your heart stopped. Okay, so that is that for that. So cardiac muscles work 247. They help in pumping blood from the heart to the blood vessels. It helps in the pulsating movement of what? Of the heart. So now let us quickly go to the app, answer questions, and we are done. You'll be done to answer the questions that are very, very simple. Now, 1995, number 19, they say during the bending of the arm, what happens? The bicep muscles. What happened to the bicep muscles? Okay, do they contract? Do they relax? And what's happened to the triceps? Do they contract or relax? Answer that and put it in the comment section for me. Then 2024, number 22 says, muscles are attached to bones by means of what? We talked about that. A say ligament, B say connective tissue, C say synovial membrane, D say tendon. So put the answer in the comment section likewise. All right. 2017, number 30. So which of the following will ease the friction between the bones? Okay, I think we have talked about what that. All right, in the last class. Okay, so there are so many questions in the app. Search for them, answer them. Make sure you do my assignment, download the application, activate it, and start your way to what? To success and passing your exam at once. Okay, so that will be the end of this topic, supporting tissues. In the next class, we'll go into your favorite topic, reproduction. See you there.